Hello viewers, and welcome to my first video in a second series on Elite Dangerous. This is going to be titled The Life of an Elite Dangerous Trader. My previous series was an hour in the life of an Elite Dangerous Trader, and all I did was trading for, it was actually an hour and 20 minutes all up. This one is going to be open-ended, and I'll just keep playing and do a few things and see how we go. For those of you who watched my last series, you'll know that I went offline a bit to get some credits so that I can purchase a new ship. I'm going to look at the Cobra and outfit it, and plus enough credits left over to fill the hold up and continue trading. The tools I use alongside Elite Dangerous is VoiceAttack, a brilliant program. Allows you to use your voice and voice commands to do various, well, you can pretty much do anything with it. I use it for my most basic commands and a few other things like warping and etc, landing gear and that sort of stuff. Other one is EliteOCR. It's optical character recognition, and that's for capturing all the commodity data. It's takes all the data off a screenshot and puts it into a file, which we then export and import into the third program, which is Slopey's, our best profit calculator. The current version I'm using, 4.2.0.3, is pretty stable and pretty quick, though I haven't done an upload on this version yet. The last few have been pretty slow to upload and it hangs a bit. We'll see how we go with that. If you're going to be a mainstay as a trader, I suggest you get those last two programs I talked about. You'll just absolutely maximize your profits, and there's no better way to do it, in my opinion. Alright, first thing we're going to do is purchase our new ship and get some outfitting done. Now I am doing this blind, and I don't know nothing about the game apart from what I've learnt myself and a few things on Reddit and Frontier forums and Slopey's chat program he's got. So bear with me, and if I get anything wrong, please put it in the comments, and hopefully I can correct it next time. Let's go into Starport Services and straight to shipyard, So I'm getting out of my hauler, grinded away. I got myself, what is it, nearly 880,000 credits, which is well and truly enough to get my next ship and outfit her pretty well. Not fully, but good enough. I couldn't find any cheaper ships. I'm pretty sure I've seen them very early on at around 350, but whatever. Just buy that one. That'll do. I could keep going to get the Lacon Type 6, I believe it is. That's it. That one, Type 6 transporter, is another 150 credits away, or 200 actually. But you know, I'm going to need another 500,000 to outfit it. So we'll just stick with the Cobra for now and work our way up to that. That's our next goal, to get there. Done. I'm going to keep my old ship. No real reason. Never know, I might come back to it and do a bit of exploring it or something weird, you know. Outfit it for an explorer, or who knows. It's not short on funds, and using the two programs I mentioned before, Slopey's and Elite, it's not hard to get a bit of money. Have a look around my ship. The insides aren't too different really. Ooh, my trade rank just went up. I didn't just notice that. I'm now a dealer. Great. Cool. Can I see up? At the back? Nah. I wish there was a bit more viewing area at the back. Anyway. What are we going to do? Get straight into outfitting, don't we? Why not? I'm actually going to get rid of these to start with. I'm just going to fit her purely for trading. Removing these will give me a bit more of a jump range. May get them back in the future just for some defense, but to be honest, we don't get interdicted very much. And that's the only way you can actually get attacked. Being solely a trader. Right, where do we want to go? So I want the cargo racks. I think I can get 16s, size 16. So I want to see if I can upgrade these. Actually, I'll just get rid of these ones first. So shield generator I don't want. I want to get the maximum cargo rack I can. 4, 8, 16. I'll just make sure that it is the biggest one I can get. Pretty sure it is. I think from calculation you get a Cobra outfitted to, where's it gone? Way back over, outfitted to I think 60 slots. Yep. There we go, that's one. Empty. Let's feel like, what is this? Internal compartment empty, class 2, so that means I think I can get a 4 and 8 slotter. I think it might be only 4. 2, 4. Yep, 4. As I said, guys, I'm going in blind. This is the first time I've done this with this ship, so apologies if I'm making a lot of mistakes. 2, that's not very good. Let's upgrade that to a 4. Wait, it's the same class, is it? Yep. That's a 4 as well. Yep. So currently I'm at 40. Discovery scanner, I don't need that. So I think this is a 4 again, yeah? I'll keep forgetting to check what class internal component it is. Or whatever that. Yeah, what class internal component is. Alright, so there's 444 for the 2s. Now for the class 4 ones, I want to upgrade them all to 16s. Fly back, don't want that. Alright. Cargo rack. 16, there we are. And lastly, this one, I want to get that to a 16 as well. And that should take me up to 60 tons. Beauty. Now I'm just going to have a look at frame shift because I've got plenty of credits over. I want to keep like 100 to 200,000 to fill up my hold, obviously. So frame shift drive, I want to see if I can get a bigger one for a bigger jump. What was the one I got fitted? E4. So that's the lowest. Plenty of money. I just want to see what my jump is. Laden is 8.93 at the moment. If I get the big one, it'll be up to 12, so that's up 4. It's down. Jesus, what was the point of that one? It effectively halves. These are all halving. Am I doing something wrong here? So the rating, A is the best through to E, and for class, correct me if I'm wrong, it's 1's the worst, and up to, I'm not sure how far it goes, but 4 is the best. So that's a little bit worse, that better rating but a worse class. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on here. So that's, anyway, that's the best I can get. I'm just going to get that one. Hefty, yep. What's money for? Let's see if anything else. So that does nothing for me. What was my jump range without that? 12.8. These are all like 0.2s of 0.4, 70 grand. Worth it, maybe not. This doesn't have any effect on it. Oh. No. Fuel tank, I think that's the biggest you can get. Yep. Power, does this get me any? Negligible. Not worth it. Ice fort. I don't even know what the point of it is. Head. Oh, see it man. I don't think I got any livery. Oh, there you go, I got my skull. I think I got that from my mercenary edition. Might as well fill it up. Oh, I did get her. I couldn't do that for me my previous ship, the hauler didn't have a paint job. Yeah, cool. Alright, so that's the outfitting done. I'll just as I get through the stations, I'll have a look at a few others and see if I can get some upgraded frameshift drives and stuff. Because to be honest, 13 light years doesn't seem very good to me. Let's get into our first trade then. Yeah. So we're going to go to commodities. Those who watch my previous videos will know exactly what we're about to do. We've got to take a screen cap of everything here and input it into EliteOCR, optical character recognition program. So first up, using the F10 key, which for default is your front screenshot. Don't use Alt F10. I think that's something to do with taking the GUI off and stuff, and it doesn't work properly. So F10, and I hold scroll bar to, it's more accurate to get them lined up, and whatnot. So F10. Try not to cut any in half, though the program will recognise that and fix it for you. Get rid of that highlighter bar. It also buggers it, so to speak. Okay, now we alt tab out of here into EliteOCR. Oh, I just moved my program around by accident. And we want to import those 4 screenshots I just took, so they're the ones at the top, the way I've got it set up. Yep, took a while to come in. Now you need, at the moment, current version of EliteOCR, you need to be taking screenshots in 1080. Was that 1920 by 1080? Any lower than that, it won't allow you. Higher, it's fine. Lower's not. Just go to OCR all. That basically processes them all and starts recognising all the characters. And it'll highlight if there's a correction, if it thinks it's got something wrong. So see the ones that suggested, George Lucas without a space would be incorrect. So we choose the correct one with a space, and go add a next. And that processes that whole screenshot. I'm just going to show you something in my settings, in preferences. This tick box here that automatically add results with high confidence. A lot of people tell you not to use that. If you have that unticked, this program will go through every single line and get you to confirm. I think that was more required when EliteOCR allowed lower res screenshots, but now with 1080 I've never had a problem with it recognising it, and it does bring up errors anyway. I mean, it highlights errors if it finds them. So this does a whole page at a time basically. Okay, again, choose the correct one, add and next. Choose the correct one, and if it comes up an error with one of the actual commodities, it'll come up in here, and I think it highlights like a light red colour, and we will see that down the track somewhere. It does happen. There we go, Leesti and Evil Juice. Now I'll just go back into the game and show you why this is highlighted. No, I won't. Don't worry about it. I'll explain that later. Back to here. We just add and next. It was correct spelling. That was all I was checking. And Correct that again, and add a next Azure milk. It's correct spelling. We're just going to add that. I think this is going to bring me a failure, but we'll find out. Next we go to export, and this exports it. You can choose a bunch of formats, but because I'm using best profit calculator, he's got his own file type. We imported that, and it automatically pops the name, the system, the station name, the date, time, everything. So you see, I've done a heap earlier. It's been a while, but yeah. Save that. Clear this table. I'm just going to leave them there for a second, but normally it would remove all. So I'm predicting an error about to happen. Okay. Best profit calculator here. I've set it up the way I like it. You can set it up anyway. There's a bunch of different settings and all this sort of stuff. We'll go through this as we go to use it. But first things first, we want to add update prices. Click that. System data automatically populates from your log file, and you just want to check that it's the correct spelling of the station name and it's the correct station name. That'll automatically populate with alphabetical order. If your station name's not there, if you're the first to a station, or it's not in best profit calculator yet, the database, that'll be blank. So just fill it in correct spelling, use the correct capitalization, etc. Okay, done. Now we load. Go down to load and select our file, which is the Leesti. Only got the one. George Lucas. Done. Okay, that error that I thought was going to come up came up. It's Leesti and Evil Juice, and I bet it's going to come up with Azure milk. Done. So all I'm going to do this time is I'm going to get those two lines, if they even came in. I'm just going to sort by alphabetical. That'll make it. It looks like it automatically deleted them anyway. Alright, from there you go to save data. So that's okay, that error. For future reference. That'll take a while, and I've got the prompts enabled. It'll tell me when it's uploaded, and we'll come back to that then. I'll explain now these yellow highlighted ones, the two that wouldn't just gave us the error. These Azure milk, whoops, and Leesti and Evil Juice are rares, rare commodities. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe this station, George Lucas and the Leesti System, is the only station that sells Azure milk and at Leesti and Evil Juice. There are a bunch of stations / systems scattered throughout the Milky Way. Not many, but a bunch. Not sure how many. Good use of numbers there. That they stock rare commodities. They may seem expensive, but well, that's not expensive. But if I was to, for rare commodities, you need to, the further away you get from the system you buy it, the more expensive they become. So if I was to buy this Azure milk now, fill out my hold, or buy the maximum, which is 5 at the moment, I'll explain that in a second, and then fly up to 150 light years or further. The cap's at 150 light years. That would sell for up to 15-16 times that amount. So it's a lot of flying, but there's a lot of people out there who've got rare routes set up and stuff, and I'm going to get into that a bit later, and give that a go. Yeah, you can make much bigger profits trading rares, and if you set up a system route to go from rare system to rare system to rare system and just buy up all their stock and do a big round loop circuit through the system, through the Milky Way, as long as it's around about 150 light years, you'll maximize your profits, and you just keep going around and around and around doing the same thing, and you can potentially make millions and millions in a short time. Regardless of the supply, at any one time you can only have a max amount in your hold. It is written out there somewhere how many of each different rare. It's not the same for each rare. It's different, maybe 10 tons, 17 tons, whatever. But you can only have, say if Azure milk was 10 tons, you can only have 5. Correct, 10. So if I was to buy 5 now, and I think it resets every 10 minutes or something, buy another 5, wait another 10 minutes for it to reset, I wouldn't be able to buy the next 5 to make 15. That's the game knows you can only have a maximum of 10 Azure milk. Okay, but we'll get into rares later in a few episodes down the track after you make a bit of money trading, and everyone gets their heads around the use of the other two programs. Rare trading doesn't make use of EliteOCR and best profit calculator. Not much. Well, I suppose we've got our new ship and a bit of our data uploaded, but that's the end of the first episode. So next episode we'll get into making our first trade once Slopey is updated, and we'll make our first jump and run to our next station to make our first profits. Alright, catch you then.